Alright, in this video we're just going to work out a few examples. So, best thing for you guys to do, pause the video when I give you the structure or the formula. ICl4 minus. I want you to get the molecular shape and the bond angle for that. So pause the video and work that out. Okay, of course you've paused the video, so let's go ahead and do it together. Iodine has 7 electrons, there's 4 chlorines. And why am I doing this? Because the place to start is with the Lewis structure. If you don't know the Lewis structure, you don't know how many lone pairs are on a central atom, you will never get the correct shape unless you are just lucky. And you will not be lucky every time, trust me. Because I didn't do it once during a job interview, and I got the wrong shape. That was a little embarrassing considering there's a chemistry teaching position. Okay, so, oops, put down my iodine. And my 4 chlorines. And distribute the remaining electrons around. Okay. And that you'll find is 32 electrons. So that leaves me with 4. Those just go on the iodine. Is it okay to have more than an octet on the iodine? Yeah, it's in the 3rd period or higher. So we're fine there. So the geometry here is square planar. Okay, and the bond angle, 90 degrees. Next example, I'll give you an easy one. SBr2. So go ahead and pause it. Same thing as before. Okay, SBr2. 6 electrons for the sulfur, 2 bromines, each with 7. That gives me 20 electrons to work with. Sulfur in the middle, bromine, bromine. Whoop. There we go, that's 16 electrons, so that leaves me with 4, 2 pairs. And there we go. Okay, so what's the shape? Now you might be tempted to look at this and say, I know the shape, that's easy. It's linear, look how I drew it. Well, it's just a piece of paper. Of course you drew it linear because, you know, that's how you drew it. But that's not the shape. The shape is bent. It has a tetrahedral electron geometry, but the shape is bent. And now what about the bond angle? This bond angle, I'm going to say, is much less than 109.5. Why much less? Well, remember we have those 2 lone pairs on that central atom, and those push those bromines together quite a bit. If we only had 1 lone pair, let me just show you real quick an example of that. And ammonia. And again, don't be tempted to say this is T-shaped just because you drew it T-shaped. Wow, that's bad. NH3. The bond angle here, well, let's just do the shape since we're here. Trigonal pyramidal. And the angle, I would say, is less than 109.5 because there's only 1 lone pair. Okay, just remember it's that lone pair or the lone pairs that affect that bond angle. All right, one more example. ICl4. Okay, and oh no, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the wrong spot in my notes. Br5. BRF5. Apparently this one's going to be difficult just to write down. Okay, go ahead, do the Lewis structure, get the shape, and I'll do it for you in a second. Alright, so here we have 6 halogens total, each with 7 electrons, so that gives me 42 electrons. Again, you got to count those electrons. If you don't start at the beginning, you'll never get it right. And bromine, and we have 5 fluorines. Again, bromine is in the 3rd period or lower. So it's going to be perfectly fine if it has more than a full octet. I mean, it has to bond to 5 fluorines already, so. And if we count that up, that is 40 electrons. That leaves me with 2 electrons to put down on the central atom. And now, how many things is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the central atom. Okay, so that would be an octahedral electron geometry, and we have the one lone pair, so that is square pyramidal. Okay, and the bond angle there. I'm not going to worry too much about how much this bond angle changes. It would be a little less than 90 degrees though. Anyway, that's enough for the video. Please make sure you guys are practicing these. You cannot get them without practice.